Greetings, people of the Model Railroad community on YouTube. This is your boy, Michael Sanciolo, back at it with layout update number 6. So, as you can see visually, the layout has gone through a fair amount of changes since the last layout update. I was very lucky to get some interesting products for Christmas, which I will be showing throughout the update. But to kick off, I will be showing, what I've changed with my track plan. So let's get started. So I figured we would start off on the left side of the layout with this layout update, and I will be showing a change I decided to make. So I decided to add another industry. In order to do that, I had to, unfortunately, get rid of a classification track in my freight yard. It's really no big deal because this layout is more for fun rather than realism, but I guess sometimes you can have your cake and eat it if you know what you're doing. And so late Tuesday night of last week, I decided to redo my track plan. So over here there is a number 6 turnout. I believe it's the left-hand turnout. And it comes to, two industries. On the, I'm facing the front of the turnout. On the left is a coal depot. And on the right is some kind of warehouse. Just gonna be general freight, like boxcars and reefers can, be dropped off here. They can unload their goods. Trucks can take them to all points east and west and whatnot. And so, basically, what I do is a train such as this BNSF ES44 would pull forward. It would uncouple these two PR hoppers and it would drop them off. And it's also scheduled for a pickup, and so it would pick up these two boxcars. I just figured that would add a bit more fun and realism to the layout. And since my layout isn't that big, I just figured maybe it'll give me a better opportunity to use more of my rolling stock. There's a zoomed out profile of the scene, and I like it. Next up, I'll be showing you what happened to the yard and the engine area. So I figured I'd show off another new addition to the layout, and that is this Kato engine shed. Now, if you are looking for any easy structures to put together, I'd recommend getting this. I'm not sure of the price of it, but since it's Kato, it is very good quality. It was also very easy to put together. Even without instructions, you probably could figure it out. Now, a heads up, the instructions are in Japanese, but there are very well illustrated diagrams, and I figured it was pretty straightforward. However, I would recommend being a little patient with it, and you might want to have a X-Acto knife handy, because there are some things you need to cut out of the plastic. But all in all, it is a very nice building. It does come with stickers, but since I don't have the patience, I'm not going to worry about those stupid stickers. So, we have a simple brown engine shed, which is nice. I might paint it gray, I might not. I'm honestly pretty okay with it. Now, the engine shed isn't that long. A typical Kato steam engine like one of my, Northerns wouldn't be able to fit in the engine shed completely. I believe most, if not all, Kato diesels will fit in this shed. Most N-scale diesels will fit in the shed. If you have a set of paired F units, they might stick out a little bit, but it's really no big deal. Great building, and would recommend. So, next up, I thought I'd show off some Christmas presents I got last Christmas. So first up is a beautiful Kato Brunswick Green 5-stripe GG1. I got this to complement my Tuscan Red 5-stripe GG1, which will be, I believe, 5 or 6 years old this year. And this looks really sharp and very beautiful. It may look like it's black on camera, but it's a really dark green. Very nice engine, probably one of my new favorite locomotives. Next up is a cute little thing. This is a Bachmann N-Scale Percy. So this was a bit of a surprise. It was not on my Christmas list, but you know, I have an N-Scale Thomas, and I imagine my mom, you know, made an inference that I would want an N-Scale Percy. You know, he's a cute little dude, a good runner. Shame that reboot exists, but that's not the subject of this video, and I might make a separate video discussing my reservations on the questionable reboot. But anyway, this is a very nice model, and I imagine it would look like the Strasbourg Percy. I'm looking forward to seeing what new engines Bachmann may make for their N-Scale fleet for Thomas. I hope they introduce characters like Edward, Diesel, Paxton, Diesel 10, you know, all the big tender engines. That'd be really cool. Next up, they're troublesome, but we love them. These are the two troublesome trucks. Now, as of right now, in terms of standard gauge Thomas, these are the only freight cars that are out. There may be more on Train World, but these are very nice. And I hope to see a brake van. Maybe they'll make Toad, and with Toad, they'll have to make Oliver. But that may take a while. Anyway, those are very nice cars. They're also very small. Compared to N-Scale, I'll get something for comparison. This is a typical 40-foot N-Scale boxcar. This is a troublesome truck. It's very small. No, that might be because it's based off British rolling stock. Just a bit of a fun fact. Last but not least, we have Thomas's faithful coaches, Annie and Clarabelle. These are very nice models. However, what I don't like is that they share the same face. It's a little creepy, but it's also probably to keep costs down and stuff. It's really no big deal, but it is a little unfortunate. They are nice coaches, and honestly, Bachmann, if you're watching this, you should paint these red and give them black roofs like the coaches James had, because, you know, they were roughly the same model. At least I think they were. I think you just need a new roof. Anyway, I think they're all very nice models. You know, I just think they look pretty. And they are a little out of place on my mostly North American style N-Scale layout, but they are nice to run because I'm a bit of a Thomas nut. So yeah, that about covers it for stuff I got for Christmas of 2020. Thank God that year's over. I guess you're wondering why you're seeing more N-Scale product. Well, that's because today, as of me recording this, I got to go to Papa Ben's this weekend and made out like a bandit. I found a few interesting products. First up is I believe it's a Microtrains reefer. It's missing a truck, but I can replace that pretty easily. Very nice detail. It was only $8, which is a really good deal for something. It might be Microtrains, or it could be a kit. Speaking of kits, here we have two Roundhouse N-Scale kits. Now, I don't know much about these, but they do look very nice and look pretty easy to put together. Believe it or not, I went to Papa Ben's back in December of last year. I bought a Great Northern Boxcar kit. It's a very beautiful kit, but it was very hard to put together. I'm still working on it. Well, these look far easier. Nevertheless, I suggest you would be patient. You can find these on eBay for good deals and get these. Both of these were not $10, but $5. That is a really good deal because, you know, all put together, these would cost you about $10 or $20 a piece, which is a little expensive for N-Scale, but that's part of the hobby. It's a matter of patience and investing. And I decided to buy some N-Scale trucks. However, I realized I bought the wrong trucks for fixing this reefer I showed you earlier. It's no big deal. I could probably find a use for them later. now we're going to show you some Kato stuff. Here is a DC extension cord, you know, for your DC power pack. Now, I got, you know, these Kato cables because the back spine, it could be the way my track plan is, but there is a bit of a power issue. I'm not sure if it's because of the turnouts or something, but I figured I should probably, you know, try and circumvent that. Here is a extension cord. You know, I bet you can hook up like a bunch of turnouts to this, which would be really nice if you have a larger layout. However, you know, I'm not sure how I'm going to be able to use this. I actually probably should have gotten 2 of these so I could warm up the rest of my turnouts or something like that. Again, you know, throughout, you know, the year I'll be using the Kato stuff. Last but not least, I got a terminal unit joiner. So this is basically, if you don't have one of those little Kato power tracks, I forgot what they're called. They're like the little, it's basically this, but it has a little notch to where you can plug in a cord. And basically without that, you won't be able to run your trains. Basically, all you do is you remove the rail joiners on the piece of track that you want to change, and then you install these, and then these hook up right to your power pack. I'm going to put these more on the back of the layout so I can get a little bit more electricity. However, I think that's going to take a bit of mental gymnastics and figuring out. But, you know, these are really nice products, and, you know, I'm looking forward to putting these together and adding, you know, more reefers to my layout, because Lord knows you can never have enough reefers. I think I have too many. I got train fever. And so to close out the video, I will be talking about actually some pretty big plans for the layout, and also I'll be discussing some personal stuff. I wonder if this way I can turn Optimus Prime into a... Oh, I'm sorry, this is rolling. Alright, so I'm grateful you decided to watch the video, which is something a lot of people usually don't do. But basically, I'm going to be talking about the channel and also my life. So, as I said in the last channel update, I am in my last semester of high school, and I'm mostly concerned about the future and what am I going to do after high school. So, you know, and also I have other stuff to worry about in my last semester. One is a 5-hour internship I have to do in order to graduate. Well, not really graduate, it's part of how my English class is structured, but that's a whole can of worms. So I'm hoping to possibly work on some short line or something. Me and my mom were trying to figure something out. We're still kind of figuring it out, honestly. So in a few months or a year, I could actually be working for the railroad, which is a pretty big deal for me because I'm a train nut, and it's what I've wanted for 15 years, which is really crazy when you think about it. Geez, my 4-year-old self would be screaming at the rooftops like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna work for the railroad, this is so exciting!" So that's just something to really think about. And next is what I'm gonna call my 2021 layout overhaul project. So there are a lot of things I'm considering for the layout. First of all, I'm going to be raising the layout slightly. I will be getting new foam for the layout because the one I have is been basically treated like crap and it looks very shoddy. So I figured I should raise the layout a little bit. It's probably going to be raised about 1/4 of an inch. And then I need to start mapping out, you know, where am I going to drill holes? Where am I going to put buildings? Am I going to add more track? All of this and more will probably be answered, you know, throughout this year and more into next year. And since I'll graduate, I might have a bit more time on my hands, but I'll probably be working full time as well. So this 2021 will be quite the year. Also in June, I will be turning 19. Jeez, I'm old. And just time flies when you're having fun. I started this channel in, 2017 thinking, this is never going to go anywhere, but here we are getting close to 40 subscribers, and it's kind of just a big deal. And, like I said, and back to the layout, I know this is completely derailed, but you know, there'll be a big loud overhaul. I'll be drilling holes, I'll be mapping out places to put my town. I'll be looking for more buildings. And this is back to Papa Ben's. I almost spent $60 on a building. Jeez, I love N-Scale, but since I don't work full-time yet, I don't have the money to fork over for a building, although it was a very nice building, not gonna lie. So I believe that should pretty much do it for this layout update. So thanks for sticking with me through 2020. I hope all of you are safe and healthy. And, you know, I hope all of you are enjoying, you know, spending time with your families, modeling your model railroad of your dreams in any way you can, seeing cool trains, and just whatever you do, please, please, please don't lose your sanity in 2021. We tried that last year and it didn't work, so let's just all come together, breathe, and just hope for the best. You know, say a prayer, donate to people, just do something productive, do something nice for someone this year. Because 2020 was terrible. This is a new year, this is a new you. Just good luck out there. You know, smile, pray, eat well, get enough sleep at night. You know, enjoy yourself, be happy. It may be tumultuous these next few years, but we'll all get through it. I believe in you. So, I guess to bring back the jingle, have a good day, have a good morning, have a great night. I'll see you on the next adventure. Till all are one.